Hey everybody. Okay, well, happy May. It is May 2nd and our May cards are all done and packed and ready to go. So now I just need to show you how to make them when you get your kit. So here's the first one. And I have to tell you, I've done things a little bit differently just to show you, because obviously not everybody's going to have the stamp set or even necessarily the ink color. So I did each of these cards a little differently just to show you they don't have to look exactly like the sample, and it still works out. You have a lot of variation. So here's all my pieces. Move this to the side. Fold this up. This has already been embossed, and you can see we've got the petals here. Those are for your little flowers, this part, and they're sticky. They come on a roll. Actually, they look like this in the pack, and this is on the last chance list. By the way, so is this, and of course the paper. So I'm gonna go back through the tutorial and mark some sort. I think I'll probably just indicate it in red or something so that you know which ones are on the last chance list. So if you really like it, now would be the time to grab it. I apologize, these got stuck down a little more than I had hoped, but they do peel up. Just be careful. And we even put them, David actually did this for me, put it on the side that will be covered by your paper, just in case. And you can always put adhesive on the back of your petals. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just start with the DSP here. By the way, not sure if you've heard, we're actually getting new adhesive, which I don't know, kind of excited about. I want to see what's coming around. There's two different types, and I really haven't done a lot of homework to see what's different. I think one is like a stronger version, but I don't know, we've got some new stuff coming in the catalog. Should be kind of fun. All right, so there's that, and I'll just go ahead and stick it down. Oops. The right way would be good. Well, I guess you could do it the other way too. Alright, there's our first layer. Now, oops, just lost one. So this, I can't pick it up. This is what comes with it. This is what I use. So if you do happen to have that stamp set, not a big deal. You can try and get it on there. And don't forget, there's always the other side if the first one doesn't come out to your liking. But in this case, I grabbed a different stamp set altogether. This is from Peaceful Moments, and this is carrying over. So this is you know, if you wanted to invest in something, this is a good one. So I use this for, I think, all but one on the variation cards. So this one, as you can see, is the Happy Birthday. And with just a bit of fussy cutting, and I know not everybody likes fussy cutting. Actually, I'm getting better at it, so I don't mind so much. It's not, don't worry though, I'm not going to make you do it in every class. This particular card set does have a little bit of fussy cutting, and for those of you who really don't like it, I apologize. I know it's, you know, the F word, but I always think it's really not too bad. And you know what? We kind of got some time right now, right? So it's okay. So a little fussy cutting for birthday. This we won't need. Now the Happy, actually maybe could use this for a little bit, something else. I also put in there some glue dots. So these just have, these I get with my paper pumpkin. So I often have, they always are really generous on their amount. So I almost always have a bunch left over. So I just took some of that and cut them up so I could share. So I'm just rolling these up a little bit, mostly so they'll fit. I'm just putting them in kind of key spots. One, it's going to hold it down, obviously. And two, because we're rolling it, it's going to give it a little bit of dimension, which is kind of nice because it's all tone on tone. And that way we'll be able to see it a little better. One right here. Let's see, I got 2 more. I think I put 5 on mine, but you know, 6 was easier to count out. Looks like some dye. How about up here? Oh, I know. We'll put the other one down there. Okay. You can see I'm just rolling it with my scissors. How about over here? Hold that down. All right. So I'm just going to kind of lay it down lightly, just until I get everything situated. Here's my petals. On the petals, I basically just did, you know, no major brain surgery here, just layered them over each other. I don't know, that there looks good. Some adhesive. Actually, might be good to put some on the top too to hold it to the petal. Don't like that. There we go. Okay, so for our birthday, I just want that coming right over there. I put my dimensionals. So I'll get a couple of dimensionals. Oh. That's not what I intended. And I think I'm going to do like a little, this side. There's a little skinny bit for that tail on birthday. Because that is going to go right down there in the middle of the flower. Sort of tie it together. See there? Yeah, and I think I want to move this a little bit further in, just so it looks a little more connected. How's that? That works for me. Alright, so didn't even really need that. But there you go. 2 different versions of card number 1. Oh, and I also used what I used, Mary Merlot on this one. It could also work with the Mossy Meadow, I think. You know, a few different colors. So there's an option. All right, next one. Always need masculine cards, right? You can never quite have enough of those because they're just not as easy as all our flowery stuff, as far as like ideas and whatnot. This, oh gosh, I really like this set, the golf club. Also not sticking around. Unfortunately, this was in our spring catalog and they didn't keep it, and I'm not really sure why. If they'd asked me, I would have said hang on to it because I love the paper too. This is embossed. That's hard to see. but it's a subtle embossing, and I don't know, I just think it gives that great little extra texture on the background. But yeah, I was gonna use Argyle, but it just seemed like a little much. It almost took away from everything else, and I didn't want to do that. So I went with subtle, and I loved it. Also, this golf ball, again, I don't know, it's hard to tell. There you go, you can see a little bit. It has golf ball texture. How cool is that? I'm gonna be, you know, I'm sad to see it retire, but I have to say, I think I'm gonna hang on to this one because kind of crushing on it. Plus, my dad's a golfer, and I have some other relatives. Dave used to golf. Hasn't really done it since we moved to Colorado. Honestly, I'm not sure he remembers how. Oh, look at the back of this. Isn't that fun? Oh, yeah. So if you're interested at all, I would jump online and get this ordered before it's gone. It's while supplies last. May have even gone already. I don't know. I haven't checked. This one, yep, I just did Snail on the Sky. Try and get some down there. Oop. There we go. I should hold him. How does that look? Not too bad. And again, this one you get the little tag. Also, obviously double-sided. The other thing I was going to tell you is if you have, well, this is not the right color, but if you have a scrap, you can also just use it as a template. I mean, if you really wanted to, use the same exact thing. Otherwise, you know what, this is from Teeny Tiny Wishes, which I thought I had here, but maybe I put away. So, this is Teeny Tiny Wishes, just like, you know, World's Best Father instead of Happy Birthday. I think I actually might send this to my dad. What was I going to say? Oh, just, you know, just stamp something and trim it. Nobody's going to see this card, so they won't even know that it's different. Not that it mattered if it was. I think I'm going to use my liquid glue for this one. It's just easier. Just a teeny bit there. There we go. And make sure it's right side. Some dimensionals on this. Make it pop. Right on the T there. And then I just did a dimensional on each side that just is going to go right over the T. Oh, that's going to be good. No, we're good. All right. There you go. Happy birthday, World's Best Father. Oh, I also used this one in just a basic black. This is in Smoky Slate. No, actually basic gray. But I used basic black on this one. And as you can see, like, totally fine either way. Okay. All right. Here comes that F word again. I'm so sorry. I fussy cut this one just so you didn't have to watch me do it. But your bird, and there's going to be a wide variation of birds, so it's maybe 1 in 10 chance it'll look like this, or that. There's a lot of different birds on the DSP that this came from. So, you know, hopefully you'll get one that you will love. Got some glue here that's starting to stick to everything. Okay, hopefully it will help. Also, again, changed it up a little. Did the sentiment. This is the thank you. And I did it in Old Olive. So again, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, what is that? Probably coral. You know, there's a lot of colors you can pull from if you don't have it. Otherwise, basic black will also work because you've got the black on all the outlines. So it doesn't have to look exactly like this one. It'll still be beautiful. And you might even have, well, no, probably you're going to have all the same colors, similar colors in your bird, but you know, you can pull from that too. Okay, so this, I'm actually really glad I get to show you guys this because some people struggle with this in class, and this is my chance to show everybody. This is how I do it. This is why you get two pieces. This one wraps around, and snail will work, tear tape, or if you have it, fast fuse actually works better. So I'm going to be pulling in what's left of my fast fuse to do that. It's just faster than the tear tape. So there you go with that. And then, okay, so depending on your bird, obviously they're facing opposite ways. Not a big deal. That just means that you're probably going to put it on this side, or that's what I would do. So, oh, I keep catching on something. So this is going to have some dimensionals. Oh. There you go. So I'm going to put this over here. And then I'm going to pop up my bird. Again, you may need a minute. I'm going to just pause it and fussy cut your bird. It's really not that hard, and I'll show you. I didn't go crazy like trying to cut out in between the legs. There's really no need. You got a white background anyway. Nobody's going to notice. So, I don't know. I figure his head's somewhere around the middle of the block, approximately. And then, so here comes this part. So this part you slide underneath, and then it's just a knot. It's super easy. And actually, if I can, I'm going to try and finagle it. Oh, that's not going to work. I kind of like it to go into, I might have to do it the other way. Okay, now I'm making it complicated, sorry. You know, you have like a habit of one way of doing things, and then you try and do opposite and it doesn't work. This is one of those times. Yeah, it's not going to do it, so it's okay. I would have, oh, look at there. That actually did work. I think that was more luck than skill. I can admit that. Okay, so I like it kind of going into the square a little bit. Just adds a little more layer dimension. Oops. There we go. So we're gonna get that I really hope you guys have some dimensionals on hand. I'll try and remember in my email to everyone to remind them. And if you don't have them, let me know. I'm sure everybody has them. We're all crafters. We all have to have dimensionals. It's like not having scissors. But if you don't, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. And if you see, I also, just as extra security, I like putting them partly on my ribbon. It's just one more thing to hold that ribbon where it's supposed to be. Okay. Didn't get that one. All right. Center this down. And last but not least, jewels. So you guys might not have the same exact size jewels that I do, but it was just a matter of, you know, being able to trim them out where they were all on one piece of the backing. So let's see, where do I want to put these? Let's put this one here. This one happens to have a big one, so I will, oh, come on. The big one down here. And this is just another weird thing that I do. I heard once from, it was an artist, odds are good, and putting stuff in a visual triangle, well, in a triangle, it's supposed to be visually pleasing. So there you go. All right, another, you know, variation. Basic black, old olive, bird facing either way, like, you know, again, cute card and cute card together. Don't compare. All right. Oh, this one I really, really like. How gorgeous is that? Okay. Finally, I forgot to. So Bird Ballad is carrying over. I don't believe the ribbon is. The rhinestones we're going to have, which is great because I love these. And of course the designer paper, they pretty much always retire all of it. We get all new paper for next year. So again, if you like it, now's the time to get it. If it's still available. Okay, on this one. Oops, sorry. I don't know, it seems like it got darker. So I have to tell you, don't freak out. Because here's what I did. So let me fold this real quick and I'll show you. So again, I used this, and I really wanted to do Life is Better with a Friend Like You. So it comes obviously in one long strip. I cut it, but again, it's okay because I wanted to use, whoops, sorry about that. I wanted to use half on the outside and half on the inside. And I just added the little, I don't know what you call them, I forget, but the little dots. So I snipped it. And it's alright because I want to tell you, like, if you ever wanted to put it together, it's no big deal. You just match it up. And there you go. So it's not like it's broken. You can totally do that with your stamps. And they're your stamps. So you know what? You have free reign. And I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to put this back. But look, it even just sits right back in there. No problem. But now I have the option of splitting it up. And I decided to stamp it in mint macaron. Just to make it a little different. So this one's a little bit tricky. Well, not tricky. It's just, I don't know. This one is sort of an eyeballing kind of thing. But again, you know, I always give you guys some leeway on stuff. So Just kind of figure it out there. This is going to be kind of close, but you really are okay having a little bit on the bottom because this is all going to cover. So you have, like, I would err down here versus at the top. So we'll put this down first. And I want to make sure, since I already stamped it, I'm doing it the right way. All right. So I'm going to say probably about there. And you should have plenty of room on the sides. That's not a big deal. But in order to get as many as I needed out of this, I had to skimp just a little bit. All right, I'm going to bring this side down just a little. No, that's fine. It's close enough. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, so the other thing, if I put this down, so we'll set this aside and work on this. There's a stitch side. So with your little shelf here, you can see I slant cut it just a little bit. And this is the same size, so you're going to want to go in just a little bit. And all that does, the reason I did it, I should say, is it gives it a little bit of perspective so that it looks like it's kind of meant to look like the front is closer to you to the back, so it just gives it perspective. Yep, that should work. And again, we have plenty of room right here, so I'm not going to just put it underneath. It doesn't have to be right under. Right there. Yeah, close enough. Okay. Now, again, I fussy cut these in advance. Did not want you guys hanging out to just watch that. And what I was going to tell you is that we are putting adhesive, I should put this up, just on the bottoms because I want the tops sticking up with dimensionals. So I'm going to lay these on here lightly. So I can lay them out. Oh, do these happen? Oh no, for a second I thought these were the exact same bottles. Everybody's, again, is going to be different because the DSP has a huge variety of all these bottles and stuff. Bottles and purses, so everybody's is going to be a little different, which is kind of cool. Not everybody's going to have the same exact card. Let's see. I want to put this one up on the side. And this one will come forward a little bit. Actually, I can put a little more on here because that one likely will not get a dimensional. I want to move the perfume over a little. And that's why I don't stick them down right away, because that way I can fuss with them a little bit. See, and if you move them like, you know, some towards back, some towards the front, again, it gives it a little dimension, which I just find really fun. See, how's that? Pretty good? That works. All right, so then you flip it over. See all this exposed stuff? That's what I was talking about on the tutorial, where you can lay down some dimensionals. One, it's going to help those bottles stick, and I hope that's not going to show. Whoops. See what I mean? And also, it's going to pop them up. This will get, let me put another one on these big ones. Maybe even on this little one. Usually I don't use this many dimensionals, but in this case, it's working double duty, so you get a lot. Okay, before you stick it down, we still have to put the ribbon on. So very important. Don't do that before you do this. Okay, so basically center-ish. And again, I'm going to go old school with the fast fuse. Again, I think our new adhesive is coming out with some, we're going to have some stronger one than the snail was, so that'll be good. All right. Some of these. And again, since this is going to be up, I'm actually going to use some bigger chunks to go over my ribbon. Make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Maybe over here at the corners. One more at the top. And I think one more, whoop, towards the middle. That's a lot of dimensionals. I usually do not. I use like half of these. Okay. I think I went a little crazy on dimensionals. This sucker's not going anywhere. By the way, I almost feel like I should apologize for my nail color because my son called my, by the way, the name of it is Tropical Punch. I don't know if you can see. It's, I don't know, I think it's really pretty. And very summery and bright, obviously bright, because my son calls it aggressively bright. Those were his words, aggressively bright. So, whatever, Caleb, I like it. Because I really don't think it was meant to be a compliment. But at least it's, no, it's not his taste, which is fine. Alright, oh, see this? That's why I use this for my sample. I accidentally trimmed just a teeny corner off. But I don't mind. Alright, let's do this first. So, more dimensionals, and I'm just going to cut some strips. This way I know it's going to go over that ribbon.